Hello, this is Erin, adult librarian at the main branch of the West Bloomfield Township Library. And today I'm going to demonstrate how to make masks. When we come back from this, it's likely that it will be recommended that we all wear masks when we're out in public. And I have been working on a bunch of them for the library. If you want to make one of your own, you'll start off with a rectangle of cotton that's about 7.5 by 18 inches long. And because it's easier to come by, you'll want some sort of tie material. Elastic's kind of hard to come by. Your ties will also be about 18 inches long, and you can use twill tape, bias tape, ribbon, strips of old t-shirts, anything you have that you can tie that will stay tied. For your first step, you're going to want to iron your strip so that you have a hem on each short end and the hems meet each other in the middle. This is going to have a pocket for a filter. So your first step will be to stitch those hems down. And make sure that you trim your threads off as you go. It's easier to do that one at a time than it is to find them all at the end. Not worried about back stitching these because they're going to be inside of another seam shortly. Once you've stitched your hems, fold your fabric again so that your hems meet each other in the middle. Sorry. And pin them down. Next, you're going to take your ties. I use twill tape that I've just tied a knot in one end of so it doesn't fray too far. Take the other end, slide it in through the middle and up to the corner that you have folded. Run the tie straight along the short end inside the fold. That will make sure that when you turn it around, everything comes straight out the side. And pin. Repeat for the other 3 ties. Again, making sure that you go up through the middle. Because this will keep you from catching your ties in the next seam. Your next seam will be to sew the open end that you just pinned with about a 5/8 seam, because this will take some abuse. And do make sure that this one is back stitched. Now, with my machine, because it's vintage, I have to pull pins as I go. If yours is newer, it might be just fine to sew straight over them. Back stitch at the other end. Trim your threads. And repeat on the other side. Now at this point, you're going to want to trim your corners where your ties are, being careful not to cut your stitches, so that when you turn this, there's less fabric caught in the corner and it will sit neater. When you've trimmed your corners, you can turn the whole mask right side out. Almost there. We have our pocket in the middle. We have our 4 ties coming out the sides of the corners. And now we will momentarily adjourn to the other room. Alright, now that you have your mask sewn into a rectangle with the pocket in the middle, lay it on your ironing board with the pocket up and iron it flat, making sure that the pocket in the center still meets up nicely. Okay. Once you've done that, decide what you want the top of the mask to be. Mine, it doesn't matter. And fold one pleat up towards the center and away, starting at the bottom of the mask. So whatever you want the front and top to be, your pleat is going to go opposite that. So it'll go up toward the pocket from the back side, from the bottom. Iron that just to hold it in place. If you need to, you can pin this as well. Then take the other half and again fold away from the pleat and towards the top of the mask. iron flat again. This gives you two pleats that face toward the bottom of the mask when you're done. If you want, flip it over to the front and iron one last time. That will keep it in place a little better. Again, you can absolutely pin these pleats if you like. We will go back to the sewing machine to finish the masks in just a moment. Alright, final step is from the front of the mask, sew one line of stitches, back stitching at each end, close to your side seam. I'm going about 3/8 of an inch, which is the width of the foot on my machine, just to hold your pleats in place. Again, make sure you back stitch. Make sure you don't catch your ties in the seam. Trim your threads. And repeat on the other side. Trim your threads one final time. And you have your completed mask. Make sure when you put it on that the folds of your pleats go down. That keeps things from getting stuck inside the pleats. And to wear it, spread them out a little. Cover nose and mouth. And tie the strings behind your head. Looking forward to seeing you all again. And stay safe. Thank you.